Um, no script through Rad and I set that just took place this past Thursday. So let's see what there was about it, what we can learn. Um, let's see here. All right, starting off. Okay, so a little context. Rad and I, we have there's some there is some intensity between us. I want to say it's one sided, but it's not anymore. Uh, I can't lose to Rad. They uh, they have been gunning for me for a long time. It is the classic Animal Crossing character versus Swordy matchup. The archetypes just kind of like, I think, do a good job of kind of like pushing each other's buttons. You know, they've got this disjoint that like can really, if they space right, keep me out and kind of like make me feel like my character just can't move. Like I just can't set up, I can't get away from them, I can't move, right? The most extreme example of this has to be like Pithra. Like that is just a character where it's just like it's so tough because I just can't get my game plan going. Um, so yeah. So Lucina has that ability. And then on the other side, if I do a good job walling them out, if I do a good job of getting my projectiles where they need to be and kind of being agitating, which is what the character should do, then it makes them feel very frustrated because their sword's not hitting, they're not getting their combo strings, like they're getting very quick, like, you know, a couple trades here and there. So this is actually a really good rivalry to have because it's like, I don't know, it's just like archetype for archetype, you know. So anyway, Rad has been gunning for me. He progressively just keeps getting better every time we play. It's scary. I think it all really took a head when I don't want to go back to it, but we had a set that's on stream where I'd get like 100% just jabbing, and I feel like an asshole, and it's frustrating for Rad, and I think that's when, you know, I think the ships were sailed out for war. So Rad's gunning for me. So the context I'm trying to get to is that when I started this set, Rad has really been practicing against villagers specifically, it feels like. We'll play friendlies, we work together, and it just feels like he's where he needs to be to punish Lloyd spam, to punish me kind of not thinking when I'm slingshotting. So I was like, I kind of want to go into game one not giving him what I think he wants, which is the matchup he's been practicing. So I go Isabel, and Isabel is kind of rusty on my end. I was dual maining them as of like, I guess like the beginning of this year, last quarter of last year mainly. But I'm kind of pushing solo Villy now. So Isabel really just comes out for kind of like sometimes versus space, versus like Mario's, because I think it helps me not get up bear combo to death. And versus characters that kind of like make me feel like I shouldn't be camping. I should be kind of playing more like neutral with them. So I decided to go Isabel game one. And as you can tell, we're already going into this. And I'm already taking 57. Rad's just like, look at that. Spot dodge. He's F tilting. Look at that chase. He does a really good down tilt. Just look at this right here. Like, boom. Knows what to do. Finds me. Boom. And he waits. He's doing the Robocop. That right here. Let me show you what the Robocop is. Okay, ready? This is the Robocop. He is letting me make some decisions just to see what I'm going to do, and he's scary as fucking shit just standing there. And then he, like, makes a move. It doesn't hit, but he's definitely, like, set the tone for me when I see that he's not going to just be always moving. And he's just going to sit there for a sec and just watch me. I know this set's about to be, like, I am over here, I'm like, oh, dude, oh, fuck, this is going to be rough. So Rad scares me. And he gets a good up tilt there. Goes for his neutral B. This is a very controversial move. I just want to make sure I'm recording. That'd be so embarrassing. Okay. It's a pretty controversial move, specifically for Rad. He's been told a lot of times from RO, from other people, that he does it in neutral too much. And I think those people should be very proud of him for this set, because I think he did it in neutral like 3 times the whole set. And I think it landed like either once or twice. And if it didn't land at all, I might be mistaken. he didn't really get punished for it. So he definitely like kind of figured out what to do there. I go for a grab. One of the worst grabs in the game. You can tell by Isabel's face. She's like, fuck. Like, I'm about to get punished. This sword, holy smokes, this nair goes right above her hair. Obviously, she doesn't have a hitbox up there. But anyway, I'm surprised Rad didn't see the potential for an F smash, for an F tilt. I'm guessing he didn't see the grab come out. It doesn't matter. He's about to take this stock anyway. How's he take it? Good down tilt. Gets a landing F tilt really fast. I think he goes for down air there a little early. Boom! Right here. This is what was fucking me up this whole set. Ready? I get on shield, and Rad upbeats me, and it kills. This happens a lot. And next time we play Rad, I'm going to be so away from your shield. So he takes that first stock, and you can see the lean in. You can see the lean in right here. I'm there. I die. I'm like, and then I'm like, okay, like I can't do this. Anyway, I get Cha-Cha. So here I am. Cha-Cha is another. There's a lot of controversial moves in this set. This controversial move, I think you're either a Cha-Cha lover or a Cha-Cha hater. There's a few Cha-Cha neutralists, but mostly lovers and haters. Kraden, renowned Cha-Cha hater, thinks it doesn't belong, trash. Aro, Cha-Cha lover, wants more of it. Asking Kraden to do it, he won't. But I deliver, I give the people the Cha-Cha. I think it creates a rock, paper, scissors situation. Because yes, you see the Cha-Cha approaching, but what's cool is you can buffer a move within it, so it comes out the second Cha-Cha is over. And you can buffer grab, shield, attack, jump, roll back, whatever you want. But I think it creates like, it's this very interesting little dash. It's barely faster than her normal dash, but it's enough where it like makes the opponent like have to think for a sec. And it creates, I don't know, I think it's a good mix-up. I do think you could only do it, honestly, twice a set. So, like, not quite once a stock. I try to do it, like, 5 times a stock. Anyway, I get it here. I think the punish here is I grab. So I see, he sees me dash forward. I see that he sees me Cha-Cha forward. So I'm like, grab. Boom. Comes out really fast. Get a good fair. I go back, up smash. Get a good up air. At this point, Rat's probably like, damn, I had a pretty good lead, and now Namki is kind of like getting something. He's probably thinking, I need to like probably play more defensively now, or like, hold on to this lead. And I'm thinking, I need to get a stock quick because, I don't want to be down a stock. I do another Cha-Cha. Here comes the shield. And I'm guessing that after the shield, Rad has either an F-tilt or an up B ready for me because he thinks I'm going to do what I did last time, which is grab. But I don't. I F-tilt. Rad goes off. Get a nice dash attack. And Rad just dies there. I don't know when the jump... Why doesn't he have a jump? He launches. Maybe he's trying to take me with him with an up B. Thought I'd be nearer. I don't know. But that one would make sense. Not sure what happened there. There's probably a jump at some point. I didn't see it. Alright, anyway. We're continuing on. Oh, geez. What definition do I have? I guess... I don't want to mess with it. Okay. Yes. Okay, that's an embarrassing fishing pole. Alright, I get something. Rad's just doing a great job spacing, and he just seems to like know exactly where I'm going to be and gets me hit right before I could do something about it. Just like, oh my god. Oh, this is rough. Okay, so Rad, this isn't the first huge F smash punish Rad gets this set. Or, this might actually be the first, but it's not the only one of them all. I lay Lloyd down right in front of him. I don't know why. I know he's playing aggressive and playing, like, sword out. Anyway, huge F smash. He doesn't even take damage from the bomb exploding, which is kind of crazy. Anyway, I'm kind of freaking out at this point. I'm like, alright, well, maybe I could do what I did that first stock. Maybe I could come in. But Rad kind of just dominates. We'll kind of skip through a bit. It's actually a pretty quick game. Um, yeah. Go for the classic fish pull platform. Rad doesn't bite. He does have practice against my Isabel. Like, it's not like going Isabel is that much of a like matchup check for him. I do think the characters are different enough. I'm kind of coming back, but at this point, it's like Isabel. I think one of the main reasons I've started going solo Villy is because like Villager's a tank, mainly because of side B. Like not because of his weight, but because Lloyd stops your momentum and everything. So there's like every time I play Isabel, I'll die at some point and go, if I was Villager, I would keep living. Like, I swear Villager goes for another, like, 40% that Isabel doesn't reach. And just, like, that just means a lot. Like, for a character, like the Animal Crossing characters, where I think it's expected that you're going to, like, I don't know, lose in neutral a lot, you need someone who's going to, like, let you have that extra couple lives, you know? So anyway, what I'm trying to say is 60% for Isabel is bad. So it's like, yes, I'm kind of like starting to get my grip back. But even if I take this stock immediately right here, it's like, who cares? They literally just have to like play safe, get a couple, you know, fairs and nairs until they get one thing they need. And what Rad does is gets a really good F smash punish. Okay, so I come up with the down tilt. Probably because I did a lot of coming up with fairs. That's another thing. Isabel doesn't have as many options coming up from ledge. Villager has so many more. Anyway, I come up and then Rad dashes back and F smashes. That was really good. Like, look at that. Damn. Okay, so I'm dead. I'm smiling. I'm over here. Okay, I should probably go to 1080 so we could actually see it all. Rad and I make some emotions. Okay. Rad, like, oh, I wish I could get rid of the bar. Meme out there somewhere probably yelling at me about how I have this laid out. Okay, so Rad is, like, stone cold. He's got the straight brows. He's coming in for the kill. I'm like, oh, I'm down a game. Obviously, I'm dead here. Okay, Rad kills me, and he's like, okay, all right. I think he said Kalos and FD. Kalos? Back here, we got Gid playing, I think, a new Wyoming player. I think they went by Solid. I heard they were pretty solid for their namesake. Kalos FD, my typical bans. Rad knows that. I'd be interested to know why he would ban where I just will always never go. I didn't hear his third ban, but suffice to say, he left me some good picks. But I think I go. Oh yeah, I go Battlefield. Yeah, Battlefield is I think great for Villager and Isabel. Like I just think I personally like platforms. There's definitely an argument to be made that I need to get over that and start going FD versus people because then they don't have like what they need to like escape a lot of my projectiles. Anyway, I start Wendy Villy. Now I've been going purple Villy all quarter 3 for Zeal. And it's been kind of like I don't know, it definitely feels different than my typical ones, but I have to win this game too. I'm like I think at this point I'm like 8 or 9 up on Rad. And I don't think he's ever led a set for me. I think he's won a couple game 2s. But if memory serves correct, like, I've never been down about to, like, lose versus Rad. So, like, Purple's got to go on the bench because I need, like, Wendy Villy, which, in my mind, like, I've each different color Villy, I try to, like, I don't play super different between them, but I go in with the mindset different, but I'll switch up if it's not working. And Wendy's, like, puts me back towards, like, safe, like, camp, and do silly Billy shit. Okay. So I start with a tree, and I'm like, thank God I have a tree again. Man, Isabel, it's so sad not having tree. And having tree just is, like, so nice. So I have a tree. So I'm like, all right. I'm doing my typical stuff here. I believe I start much better than last set. If I remember correctly, in this game, Rad starts to come back. I think I get the first stock. I'm at 0. Rad's at 61. I do a little dashing. Call it tree dashing. I do some tree dashing there. Doesn't really lead to anything. These dash attacks are working out for me. I get a good up air. I get 3. The game's like, don't worry, Namki. Like, we will help you keep this streak alive. But the tides will turn. Get a back air. Well, I look for a back air. I think I could X out of this. It might save some energy. MacBook 2013. Sorry if it's so slow. Okay. This is where Rad might be watching this, and he's probably, like, already heated. Because I think down smash and jab, I think, have been probably the 2 things that have annoyed him the most recently in this matchup. I think it used to be, like, slingshot and tree, but he really has come a long way. And you could see it in Rad's face. Like, this face right here, when he's getting slingshotted, little chip damage, 6%, 5%, it stays the same. Like, that very determined, concentrated face. And it used to be like he'd get really annoyed, and then he'd start to rush in, and then you make bad decisions, right? But he's really started to take slingshots in stride, and I think that's what you got to do in this matchup, is, like, realize their pellet damage and just shrug it off, and then, like, get in there and combo me. And then you also used to get frustrated by tree, but you'll see in this set, I'll point it out, like, he just knows where to stand, and he's just like, go ahead, do your tree thing, I'm not getting near it. Defensive, right? Kind of going into RoboCop mode. But what was I saying? But down smash, I think, is the new thing that Rad has to adapt to, because I think that's pissing him off, getting to him. And it just comes out so fast here. I think I land with the nair. Watch, it looks like I just land and then just rip a down smash, and it just comes out so fast. Even Rad there is like, it's just like, what? That's so fast. And I'm like, I knew that hit. I didn't. I really thought he was just going to up-B me. Anyway, I get that. I get my first lead of the set. I'm doing some tree dashing. I'm hoping this will hit. But Rad knows when to get out. He knows, like, how he can pressure tree and how he can't. He gets a good, oh, okay. I was saying, he did a couple neutral Bs, and they hit. And this one, that's a situation where it's like, I don't know what I was thinking, but I think Rad knew, like, Nampi's coming down, 45-degree angle, and he's going to come down and try to, like, get a slingshot or something. And if I just take this area of landing, I could hit him with something. And he totally guessed right. I come down from that other side, 45. I try to, like, do slingshot, and it doesn't hit. The move doesn't get interrupted, so then the neutral B hits me. It does good damage. All right, so I get him in an edge guard situation here, get some jabs. Not as much as I'd like. I think I got 5 there, and I wish I got, like, 9. All right, go for bowling ball. Rat saves his jump, evades it, comes up. Rat was doing that a couple times in the set. He was doing some up Bs where you don't hit ledge and you just go over a little bit. And I kept going to this area. I was kind of doing a lot of Zeal edge guarding. If you guys notice, I think this is an area where Zeal usually resides when he's trying to, like, you know, get people coming back from ledge. And I think that's a sign. This isn't a sign for Zeal. For Zeal, it's different. Sora is very different. But for me, when I'm over here, when I'm edge guarding, I think it's because I'm playing a little scared, more defensive. Like, I don't want to get upset, and I know if I go there, some small thing could happen, one reversal, and then I'm an edge guard away from death, right? But if I'm here and Rad hits me from this direction, I'm just going to go to center stage. Like, I'm going to be fine. So, but the caveat of that is that if I wasn't doing that, I could have just axed him there. I could have down smacked, so much things. But I'm playing safe. So come down with the down air. Okay. Rad. That was interesting on both of our parts. Both of us kind of looked a little weird there. Okay. I'm doing my slingshot. I'm starting to land a little further from Rad's shield. And I think Rad does actually adapt to this. But I've just gotten up B too many times out shield. So I start landing, like, right here when Rad's shielding there. Okay. Rad doing a lot of stuff, a lot of aerials. I get a good nair there. Ooh, I wish I up tilted there. That's been a big thing recently for me. I'm trying to incorporate tilts smarter and a lot more because obviously slingshot can only like it becomes predictable eventually. Okay. Okay. I think you could barely hear the audio from my other desktop. But you'll notice the crowd. This is where I started to hear the crowd. I was like, I am not the fan favorite. I am definitely like the one, who's got like if it's like a poker game. I've got all my chips in because it's like I don't want to get upset, and everyone wants to see Rad get all the coins, all the money, right? And I'm like, okay, that's tough because usually I think people. I don't know. I think Billy kind of gets cheered against, but typically when I'm on stream, it's usually at ESF or something versus someone above me. Anyway, I don't really know. All I know is that Rad was definitely had the room on his side, and I did not. That's all I know. Okay, so and you could hear it here. Boom. You hear Zeno, score Rad! Alright, so that's another F smash punish. So, like, Rad's getting that stuff down. And I just keep being in that area. And, gosh. Okay. Alright, so at this point, what was my reaction there? I had a good lead. I'm like, alright, I'm like, stay focused. What was Rad's reaction there? That's hard. That's hard. That's a BMG like. That's a Solax. That's what Solax does. I swear. But Solax usually puts his body into it, but Rad kind of has a more head bob motion to it. But yeah, when Solax hits something big, a waft, a good Ivy Sword Dare, something, especially if it's something that's like a little cheesy, like Ivy Sword Dare kill at like 40 or something. He definitely like I think does this to like to not focus on the opponent getting salty all of a sudden, being like, yes, I got that, I'm on my game, like fuck you, like anyway. I like that little BMG head nod. Alright, so we're going. I am like, okay. You just gotta stock. He's at 80, like, kill. Tree gets him. This is tough for Rad. Rad rolls, hits it, and then he's like, what? I wish that tree hit. Okay, at this point, I'm kind of coming away with a pretty good lead. At this point, I'm thinking in my mind, all right, I got this I got this game. I gotta start thinking about the next game. I need to save some I need to go on like camping autopilot. But as you can see, he's playing the archetype right. He won't let me. He does not let me go on autopilot and like set up, half the stage and then just like take my side. He's chasing me down and he's spacing right. He's very reminiscent of RoboCop. Like when I play RoboCop, I feel like I'm playing behind just constantly. Same thing with like David now too, but I feel like David's is a little interesting. I don't know how to quite describe it. How it's like different from RoboCop, and I think I'll have to come back to that. I love that we have like Rad Lucina, and then we got RoboCop Crom and David Roy, and how they're very different, but they both during a set at a certain point when things come together will be making it so I feel like I can't get set up, and that's tough for me. And I need to figure out like what do I up B to the top of the stage and then like come to ledge and like try to reset that way. Like once they get moving, it's so tough to like not. And David specifically, like when he gets moving, you really feel like I think I just gotta stop thinking reversal, stop thinking nair, like get a quick nair out of their combo. I gotta start thinking like jump out and get out of the side, or freaking up B to the top, like anything but like let them continue to cook. I charge a bowling ball. Okay, so Rad's dead there. At this point, I'm feeling pretty good. It looks like Rad does a little like mental like refresh. Comes down, age of platform, takes a second. All right. Comes down and comes in like RoboCop, even though he's behind. He comes in, he goes, I know what you're going to do, which is you're going to take this half of the stage and you're going to make it. So if I go this way, I get hit with something. If I go up here, I get hit with something. If I go to tree, I die by tree. I'm saying here, there's 4 minutes left. Your lead is not that substantial. Why shouldn't I do this? Honestly, a great move. Not a move I think David would take. I think RoboCop would maybe sometimes take this. I think even in this situation, David would be like, I'm behind. Like, why would I do, like, the half stage thing? David and I will sometimes do that in a set, where he'll just, like, sit there and be like, all right, this is what we're doing, I guess. Like, we're just going to watch each other. But it's usually for, like, even or if he's in the lead and I'm trying to camp him out. But I think Rad's smart here, and I think it's because he knows, like a lot of people know, and something I'm trying to work on, is when people do this to me, where if I have a lead and they make it known that they're going to, like, play the waiting game with me, I break. I eventually break within, like, 20 to 30 seconds. But there was a time, I think it was, like, probably last year, where, like, I wasn't breaking. I was like, no mercy, like, I'm, you know. But I have a problem where I just, like, get, like, no, I just need to end the set. Like, okay, fine, I will come out. And then, I don't know, villager approaching, there's some disadvantages there. Okay. Let's see what happens. So it's... Yeah. I mean, I guess I don't fully breach the half of stage, but I still, like, I'm not putting up a tree and then just sitting and standing, which I could do and would, like, be very hard to combat. I'm still like, well, I guess I'll go to center stage and try a slingshot, or I'll, like, do this, and each one of those is an opportunity for me to get hit. So I'm meant to note to myself, like, if I'm in this position, I really should just, like, kind of be an asshole and just stay by tree. Okay. I think that's what's been... why Xenu's been beating me a lot recently. I'm just, like, not... That's tough. I really feel like I have a good lead. And I come down with the down air. The Lloyd does not come in clutch for me. It does not hit Rad or put him in significant and lag. Uppy. I'm dead. And you can hear Xenu's like, let's go, Rad. You can see on my face, I'm like, this is close now. And... fuck, I don't like that. Okay, how does Rad react? Dude, this dude is out to kill me. He is focused. Okay, so everyone's talking up. Rad, I don't know if Rad hears it. I definitely hear it. Okay. People are talking. I'm playing a little bit more spaced. Oh, so close to getting a punish there. Just need to shield that last hit. Happens to David all the time. I always feel like he does his side Bs and they always end up hitting me on the last one. I'm like, fuck. Okay, right there, this whole set could have changed. If that down air connected, which, how close was it? Oh, okay, obviously not close because I jumped, right? But close in the sense that if my flowchart was just one different and I went low, or I nared, or I Lloyded, God forbid, I'd be dead. But instead, I jumped. Thank God. Probably because I realized the position I'm in. Even though I think Lucina's down air isn't as hard to hit as, like, Roy's. I don't know which one's the hardest to hit. It doesn't Roy's sword down, whereas Lucina's like a, you know, a swing. I think Crom and Roy, it's like a, you know, like a, harder to hit, of course. Okay, so I'm freaking out, but I get a good nair there, and I'm like, all right, got something. But Rat comes up tilt. I hear Zeal. He goes, let's go. Oh, that was great. Okay, so as you can see, Lloyd comes out, starts to slow down, gets him there, and that's when I know I can approach. So I kind of get this area, and bowling ball misses, but, okay, people were confused. I heard during the VOD, people were like, what? And I don't know if they're confused because down smash was a weird option there, or I don't know. Anyway, I will say down smash was on purpose. Obviously, F tilt is the move there. Down tilt will not kill yet. F tilt would put him in a really bad position. But he's going to go to ledge. Like, after he came up, he drifted back. So it's not like he's about to land an end lag, and I could have gotten a down smash, right? I just did down smash because I know the first heart of it comes in front of me, hits low, and from my suspicions where Rad was going to be, it was going to be perfect. And it, like, hits him in the legs. And Rad screams, no, because he knows it. So, that's 2 down smashes that lead to kills in that one game. So, like, that's the move that's kind of like, my tree wasn't really doing it for me. I don't think I got bowling ball at all. Anyway, get this. Rad knows it. I don't know it yet because I've missed that before. Like, the up smash will sometimes not connect. Rad leeches forward after, I think because he's like, alright, no, but maybe I could DI this. But he knows. Okay, so now we're going game 3. I'm nervous because Rad did what I did in game 1, which is I was behind and I started to come back. Rad did the same thing in game 2. I took a pretty big lead, and by the end it was like relatively last hit, last stock. Maybe not last hit, last stock, but last string, last stock, or last combo, last stock. So I'm like, Rad's going into this game 3 knowing what he needs to do. The Isabel, whatever things he had to change up for Isabel that then he had to, like, readapt for Isabel, like, that's done. So anyway. I don't know what I'm saying here. I'm probably saying, like, probably talk about Domo or something on my shirt. Rad's talking about his sick, I think that's like, I don't even know what shirt that is. I think it's a metal band. I tell him my bands. Everyone knows my bands. FD Kalos. I don't want to go there. And those are my only 2 bands. Rad takes me to, let's see here. I forget. Okay, Purple Villy's back. Wendy Villy came off the bench, gave me that, like, just give me to game 3 and then let my, lead-off hitter of quarter 3 come in and try to, like, start, end it strong. Close this up. So, Purple Villy's back. And we are at Hollow, that's right. I actually don't mind Hollow, but I do like Smashville more. I think Hollow has a really interesting center platform. It's just weird to me. I think that the Smashville one, almost being the length of the stage, like, I like that. Hollows feels like it should be, like, slightly bigger. It just feels, like, kind of awkward. Okay, I start with enough tilt. I'm going, I need to remember I can tilt. I have moves besides my aerial slingshots. Alright, so as you can already tell, like, oh, okay, this is big. So I get some jabs. Jab tech chase. A little blast from the past for Rad from our other set. I dash forward. I'm foxtrotting. I'm exactly where I should be. That's a big punish. Rad kind of just takes it to an extent. You can get out. Like, I got this versus TK's Kazuya, which is probably a different situation because I think they have that, like, ever-present, like, super armor thing or whatever, like heavy armor, whatever it's called. So I think it's different. I think they get SDI jab differently. Anyway, Rad kind of, like, he does just take the hits, but he does not get frustrated. Like, he's like, okay, he's going to get 20%. I'm going to be fine. It's the equivalent of him having gotten an nair into, like, a slingshot. Who cares? So I get that. Rad's unfazed. Go for a bowling ball for some fucking reason. And then it's aerial time for Rad. Shield. Down to aerial. Spot dodge. Aerial. Look at that. He does a perfect nair over Lloyd. He sees the Lloyd coming out. My guy's like, yeah, I got you. But Rad's like, no, you don't. Oh, I guess I could zoom this in. Okay, Rad's like, no, you don't. And then comes up. Shields. Look at this. Holy crap. That was really good. Oh, they gone for a down air there? Oops. I think they, Oh, that's why I can't do it that way. I think they could have got me with a down air there. Look at this. Lloyd here like an idiot. Yeah, I really need to stop Lloyding in such a, like, every time I go off stage. I do it because it gives me time to think. That's why I like to do it. It gives me time to be like, And this is going to be my option, Lloyd. And this is my option, you know? But sometimes it comes back to bite me. All right, I hear Xenu's voice in the back. He's like, let's go, Rad. He sees that Rad's kind of on point. Like, look at that. That is such, like, you know the Villy matchup. And you starting to know the Namki matchup. So he comes up, probably looking for a back air. But I come up really low until I think he kills me when I come up again. Oh my gosh. I already know people are saying it. The no tech Namki. I don't know if this is techable though. I'm guessing it was. Alright, so I die there. I don't tech. And I'm pretty sure I react pretty like... I take it in stride. And I think I take it in stride as a coping mechanism. To be like, take it in stride and just go with the confidence that you're going to come out with the win somehow. Because I think if I get frustrated here, then I lose the set. But I basically like happy in the front, but inside I'm like, I feel the upset coming. I feel the like 9 sets we've had worth of pop off that's been held within Rad about to burst. And I'm like, oh god. So I'm like, I need to kill. And guess what? It doesn't happen. So this next like minute, I think, Rad just gets me up to like 90 and keeps this third stock. I come close. Like I'm just always a couple in the sequence. I'm a couple things away from like, you know, I tried to down smash there. Nope. Gets a really good up smash. I parry, but like he's not close to kill percent. I am so close to getting some stuff. But Rad, I really should have gone to kill. But he just sees that he has a chance to like up his, man, yeah, he's doing good. I'll let the footage speak for itself. I'm kind of just getting destroyed. Okay, watching back, I think that back air actually won me the set. Obviously, the end, which was very, you know, we'll get to that, like, won me the set. But I think that back air turned... I just remember when I got it. And in my mind, I went, I needed that, and I think I could win now. Because I really felt like Rad was about to kill me soon. And I get this back air, and it's like barely lined up. I guess I hit Lucina's legs. I knew that if I didn't get that back air, Rad was going to fair or nair or whatever, and I was going to die. And when I got that, I was like, I have a chance now. Like, I got lucky with something where I should have died, so let's make this stock count, you know? So I get this. I run to the other side as slow as my character can run. And Tree comes in clutch. Look, I think I've told Solax this in our sets before. I tell Solax, like, if you get in one game one of your Ivy things, you know, we're talking nair, whip, death, or a really clutch dare that kills really early. If you get one of those, you usually win the game. And if I get one of my silly villager kills, like a really dumb bowling ball, platform bowling ball, some crazy tree thing, a fair combo where you lost a jump and you're dead at like 20 for some reason, then I win. And then if like he gets one and I get one, we're back to even, right? So I got that, and I hadn't really gone in a lucky break yet this set in terms of like weird villager things. I've gotten some villager kills, like cheeky kills, but that was one where I was like, okay, that's my like thing I need, and if Rad doesn't get some Lucina equivalent cheese, then like I'm kind of up now in my mind. And Rad, you could tell on Rad's face, he's just like, that was really dumb. He laughs it off. He's like, what? And then you hear in the cam, they're like, no way. Let me show. Okay, here, just a second. I was trying to explain. The reason this hits is because when Tree comes up, you'd think it's like, oh, it comes up, and every part of it, like a mountain as it comes up, is a red, you know, triangular hitbox, right? But we all know that hitboxes don't work like that in Ultimate. Like, they're, you know, circular, right? So, I think I'm... Okay, so Tree comes up, and that's what hit Rad. You'll barely see for a second the purple goes above, right? But Rad hits it pretty far into the animation. Like, it's still. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, so here's the hitbox. It goes still and the hitbox disappears. So when did it hit Rad? Okay. You probably can't tell. Oh, whoops. Here, it's gonna happen right here. You can't tell, I think, zoomed out, but I think you could tell there it's moving, right? So it's not that crazy to me that it hit, because it's in this. It was right like that, right? If it was like totally still, then I'd be like, what? But Rad takes it in stride. He's like, Villagers at 85. Villagers, yeah, you hear the people too. They're like, he's good. Like, they're telling him, like, don't get rifled up, which is correct versus Villager. Because, like, I think Villager, like, almost all the way they kill, it's like, just kind of, I think the way I'd describe it is agitating. Like, it's very, like, unless you have an attitude about it or it's funny. And then I feel like Villager, that's a weakness. Like, I don't like when people think it's funny. Because then, like, that means they're going to get right back to locked in. Remember that Villager, like, can get comboed really easy. Whereas if they get agitated, then they start to respect me more. That's tough. But I think Sakurai, like, made Villager trying to be like, it needs to be like an annoying little kid. Which it did a pretty good job. So I get that. And I'm like, I can do this now. I'm very, like, I can do this. After that, especially, I think at this point when I hit that, I was like, Rad's crumbling. I think I got this. So watch this. I get like 70%. He get dash attack. He sprints forward. I don't know why. I put up another tree because who gives a shit. That one hits him. This doesn't. And I knew it in my head. I was like, that should have killed. Look at this. I meant to axe there. And it would have hit Rad probably. Anyway, too little too late. But I'm like, okay, you know where it's going to go from here? I'm going to get the next kill, and then I'm going to have a big lead. But then Olive screams out, let's go, Rad! And I'm like, okay, I need to remember my opponent's, like, locked the fuck in. So I need to get back to, like, not playing advantage so much and camping, but I don't. And we're playing back and forth neutral, and it ends up in me getting a really good call out from Rad. He just read my soul there that I was going to do a panic Lloyd. He F-smashed it. I'm exactly where the sword needs to be for a juicy kill. And that is a tough one to watch back. I'm actually kind of in disbelief when Rad gets it. I'm like locked in. I'm like, yep. And I'm like, dude, but I feel the crowd. Like, I'm a huge underdog fan. So, like, I think if this was Acid versus, like, I don't think Olive's a good example because they're going back and forth, But if this was Acid and, like, Space just got, like, a juicy Mario Fair, right? And now has a lead game 3. The crowd's going crazy. I think Acid here gets, like, like, serious is, like, time to clutch up. I feel the crowd. I'm still giving it my all. I don't look like it, but, like, I'm laughing because it's like, dude, if Rad gets this win, he fucking deserved it. Like, that that S-Smash was really smart. He's been gunning. Like, I'll be giving him a hug, like, good for him. But I'm still going to try. So, this is tough. But I see red. I see red here. Oh, how did Rad react to that kill? You can see it. Rad breathes in because he's like, here we go. I'm gonna like I got that, and like and I think he does a little smirk to be like, I think I'm actually gonna I'm gonna take the set. I've fucking been in this position a lot of times. It's a really weird excitement that comes over you when you suddenly are in not just a position to win a game 3 versus someone you really want to beat. Someone who's been beating you, right? But you actually get a lead. Like, this has happened to me to Acid so many times, where I will have a lead, and I will start to get giddy because I'm like, this is it. Here I am. I have the lead. This is it. I'm still locked in, of course, but like this is where I win, and then I don't. And it's tough seeing my opponent have that. I know that feeling. You can totally see it. He comes back like, yes, like I gotta lock in, and he does this little like, comes back like smiles like, and he's smiling. He's like, this is it, man. This is it. I think he can't like hold back. I know the feeling. Like you're giddy. Okay, but I'm like, I see red. R-E-D, not R-A-D. I see red. Red is at 85%. That is one. So many little villagers got kill confirms. Not in terms of like combo kill confirms, but we're talking like you get one hit there and then you make a good read there, you're dead. Not like Fox, you get a nair, you get an up smash, you know. I know what I can do at this percent. If I get an up air, Sen's about a pretty high place where I can't get to him. I get a nair, I go for something there, boom, goes for F smash, tree saves me. I think, obviously, okay, Olive is really good at this. Olive will hit tree and do it in a way where the extended hitbox helps him. I think Rad didn't quite, doing it maybe a little too early or not quite when I'm close enough to where it helped me. Because it goes both ways. But in this position, it helps me. He F smashes, but I'm far enough away. I guess it's not so much far away, I just was able to shield in time. I get a grab, my only bowling ball of the set, I got it. And I'm like, okay, like, I've gotten a really cheeky tree kill. I got a clutch bowling ball. Like, I have what if Brad wins this, like, he fucking got it. Because, like, those are, if I get those, I should be winning, you know. It's games where you lock those, not getting hit by those down, that you should win. Like, TK did a great job last week of not letting me get fair comboed and bowling ball, because he just kept getting an aerial right before I would bowling ball or right before I would get another slingshot. So I lose. Like, I need those. Okay, so how's the reactions? So I get a bowling ball. Rad knows it. He's like, here we go. I think he's frustrated. Frustrated because it's like they win a pretty good lead. I guess it's not a terribly good lead, but I think, of course, Rad's plan was to, like, go into last stock. I think he knew he was going to get another stock taken. He probably wanted me in the red. We're talking, you know, like 65 up. I react like a faint smile. A faint, like, you know, like, oh, we still got it. Like, my villager, he still got me. He's still clutch. His bowling balls still come in when I need them. So I'm like, I see the hope. I see the path. But I still feel like Rad has a good lead. I'm not like I'm not super confident. I'm more like locked in, but I'm not like, I got it. But Rad's giddiness, it's gone. Like that, you know, I was at 82nd stock and he saw his third stock. I forget where we were at. But that really nice lead has now come down to, he knows if I get one grab, boom, he's at 30. If I get one cheeky, you know, tree thing, he's at 30. If I get, you know, like, this is not a huge discrepancy. Unless you play it right, and then it is. So Rat comes back. He's like, okay. And here we go. Here comes the last stock. This is a crazy last stock. Okay. So I'm thinking in this position, like, I need to mix being away from him, but, like, I need to, like, I'm scared to give him, to camp so much, because then I feel like it's a situation where all Rat has to do is make one read where he's like, all right, and now you're going to tree cut. And he jumps over or he rolls through it. F smash, I'm dead, right? Like, I don't want to slow it down so much where it becomes like if Rad makes one right move, I'm dead. Because I'm like 4 right moves away from Rad being dead. So I kind of want to play more in that mid-range where it's like I'm raking up his damage. Because I'm not in a position to really camp him out. So I'm trying to do some stuff. I think I get a read here. Lloyd comes in. Ooh, thank God. I get a nair there. Okay, Rad's at 37. Oh, yeah. Okay, so Rad, I see the neutral B. I actually was going to do this dash attack no matter what. And I was going to do it here. Because I saw he's an end lag from the side B. Obviously, the end lag is not that long. But in my mind, for some reason, I thought it was. So I was like, dash attack time. I hit him before that. I get a nice fair. Now here's where my percentage ends. Everything that happens after is just hilarious and like, what the fuck. So I don't hit him anymore except for the hits that lead to the kill, right? Rad hits me a few more times. So let's see. Failed Lloyd. Does not hit Rad. Failed bowling ball. I'm just throwing out my bag of tricks. I'm like, Lloyd, do something. And I'm like, oh shit, okay, bowling ball, do something. And Rad's playing the RoboCop. He's like, Lloyd, jump. Lloyd, shield. Bowling ball at platform. Watch you do it. Who gives a shit? He's locked in. So I'm like, oh, that didn't work. All right, I get faired. I fly back. I'm like, ah! I'm like, dude, I'm at 80 now. I'm in the red. I'm kind of deep red. Oh, that was actually not a smart Lloyd. Rad could have, like, freaking upbeat me for all he cares. He dashes back. I think that's indicative of that Rad's, like, kind of in the same mentality I am, where he's like, I don't want to show my full hand yet. I'm going to throw out an ace here. I'm going to throw out, like, a queen here. But I'm not giving you my pair of three or my full house until I know I got it. I think we're both in the same poker game position right now. We're like, we got something in our hands, but we're not going to put it on the table yet. So he runs back. Like, he definitely could have pushed a little further, but he's not ready to. And I could definitely push a little further, but I'm playing disadvantage. Okay, now I'm at 92. I'm close to 100. And this is where, okay, that down tilt, damn, right? If he up tilts, different game, but he down tilts there, which is very interesting. Obviously, I think he down tilted more out of a decision earlier. Like, in his mind, he was like, I'm going to run it down tilt. Less than, like, he saw where I was. Because look at this. I'm there, and he's like, oh, Namki on ground, run down tilt. But if he... Actually, I just kind of, like, randomly back aired out of nowhere. Why am I back airing? He's like... I guess he thought I was going to stay grounded. I thought he was going to jump. So it ended up being like that. Okay. Alright, this is where it starts. So I'm like... Okay, I'm at this position where Rad has been landing F smashes. His aerials are on point. I think at this point, I have some percentage enough where I should just hide behind a tree. Like, I'm kind of freaking out. I could feel it. And the audience there, like, the air is there. Like, you just know his sword is, like, powered. So I'm like, it's tree time. So I lay a tree. I do the Namki shuffle. It's the Namki shuffle. It's spot dodging behind a tree like 5 times. If I do this, I don't feel like this is me outing myself because I think it's obvious. If I do this, just don't fucking approach. I think I've only hit this on like a couple people. I remember I hit it on Olive like a year and a half ago. And that's what set me to start doing this. But I'll just spot dodge and try to like get them to be like, dude, I fucking hate this dude, and then run forward or do something. And then I don't even cut it down when I do that spot dodge thing. When I cut down the tree, it has nothing to do with what the opponent does. It's like I just do it off feeling. So it's like I'll just spot dodge. It always will end with me putting down a tree. It just sometimes works. It does not work here because Rad has... Oh. Yeah, so that's tough. Rad is doing the RoboCop, right? He's like, I will literally just watch you just play like New Leaf for the 3DS on that side of the stage. Go ahead. But there, in the distance, you can see it. It's coming out. Oh, shit. 10%? Yes. I did not know it was a 10%. Look at this. 57. Sham. Boom. 67. And Rad's like, he laughs it off. But it's so funny. The RNG on that, I think, is like, I want to say it's 0.08 or like 15%. Lloyd hits him. I know in the future, Rad's going to start shielding now. Like, do the RoboCop, but shield when the tree's coming down because there's that chance that that thing just flings out. It's so funny, too. Tree wood chip thrown, I think, does like 7, 6. But for some reason, out of tree falling, it does 10, which is like awesome. Okay, so Rad hits with that, and he reacts, like I said, he laughs it off, right? Like, okay, you got your little chip damage. But this led to the end. So I get that, he's at 67. When did this nair come out? I think I naired... Let's see, I think I nair immediately when tree comes down. Alright, so I got a Lloyd on stage. He goes to maybe parry? Maybe he like misread the parry, or maybe he shielded and was like, no, what, I'm going to jump instead. Either way, it hits him. So that tacks on another 7%. So now Rad's at 74. And I'm like, I don't think I'm ready to change game plans yet. So here it comes. Put down a tree. But it was a fake! Oh, it was a total fake. It's a QB sneak up the middle. No one expected it. I run up. It's a down smash that came out so fast. Rad is like, no. He leans forward. He's like, I gotta like DI somehow. I have time to charge. I knew it wouldn't kill immediately. I had to charge if it was going to kill. And I knew it had to kill now, because if this hits and he just flies to left and right and recovers, he might clutch up. This might be like the chance. So I bank on Rad not mashing. And it comes out, I think, like we're talking percent perfect. Like that wood chip created the situation, because if Rad was at 64 here, I hit the down smash, he's at like 70, and there's no way it would kill, right? Because down smash, it comes up, it does 8%. He's at 74, he's at 82. The audience goes, oh! Rad leans in. I'm leaned in. We're both, man, we're both lean in solidarity at this moment. I'm like, Rad's leaned in. The kill screen comes up. The Taco Bell burrito tacos 2 a.m. run sound comes in. And it kills. And Rad, I'm in shock. I don't even know what this face is. Maybe I'm disgusted with myself. Maybe I'm like, dude, I took that away from him. That might be the face I made. I think I literally am like disgusted with myself. But my Mentos comes back and I'm like, yeah, I mean, that's Villager. I'm like, okay. But seriously, I like don't look happy. I'm like, okay, I guess I squeaked away that one. I also could be reacting to Rad at the moment, who, if you watch him, jumps up, screams, no way, dude, no way, that stupid move, or that lame move. That lame move. I think maybe another reason I did that face, I think I'm disgusted with myself, but I also think I'm like, feel discounted. You know? Lame move. That was a cool sequence. We're talking a little RNG wood chip damage. We're talking this whole set. I hadn't really done it yet. The fake tree water, you know, where I do a little water can dash while tree comes up. He totally, of course, in that situation, I think he's going to hide behind it. It's last hit, last stock. But I don't. I put myself in a very, he could totally F smash me there. I come up and I get a down smash, reading that he's going to run forward. I read that he was going to meet me in aggressiveness. That he was also going to see that tree come up and go, this is the one. This is the tree where I mix him up by running in. And I meet him halfway. So maybe I feel discounted by Rad because I'm like, that was good on my part. Like, yeah, that's a tough way to lose. But, like, I feel like that was cool. But maybe the face is me being like, all right, bro, what am I? What have I become? Aquatic goes, D-I-D-I, oh. And then Gaiden says, I don't know if you can hear this. It was like, oh my god. Like, man. Only TK was on my side. TK3. TK, 3 equals the GOAT. Yeah. TK -3. I come out I see Juju Bear, and I'm like, yo, he's like, good set, man. I'm like, I heard you cheering for me. And he goes, no, I was not doing it. That was TK. And I come out, and then TK's like, I like how you build your moves or something like that. And I'm like, thank you for cheering for me. That's who I'm here for. Not just the people, but we're talking, like, the select. I've only got a couple fans left. Puppy sometimes. Puppy always. But I've only got, like, TK and Robocop who, like, actively seek out my sets to watch and are, like, appreciative of Philly stuff. I think at this point it's pretty, like, stuff out there. All right, and it ends with Rad kind of comes back to sit down. We do fist bump. It's all GGs. It's all like good set. We talk after. But Rad, you don't see in this. He goes back to the seat and he's like, "Damn!" And I think you could. That's when he comes in his head. He's like, "This is my mission. I'm gonna take down Namki." So let's see if he does it. This has been Namki-View number 2. We'll see the next one in 2 years. Thanks for watching. Holy shit, that was an hour? Holy crap, that was an hour long.